Good day, everyone. Today we'd like to present about apprenticeship, and now we talk about who benefits from the existing pathway supporting school to work transitions, such as student loans or apprenticeship. And now I'm going to give the time to Gil as the first person to present.
Okay, good morning everyone. My name is Gil of Spizara. What is apprenticeship? According to Wenger, apprenticeship is a program designed by governments, skill which help them to grow and complete the enterprises. Government have invested more than 1.5 billion into this program. Through this program, enterprises manage to solve the low-skilled employees problem. This course requires 1 year to complete. I have been reported that 70% of the apprentices which enroll this program manage to increase their productivity and improve their skills. Okay. Next, I will pass to Kelvin.
Okay. Good evening, I'm the next speaker. And I'll be talking about apprenticeship. Okay. From my opinion, apprenticeship, this program is kind of it's a program that will enhance employee skill and to improve their personal interest. For example, salary. Teresa Ochoms has mentioned that different type of employee must be using different type of approach today. For example, some employee expertise are belong to the frontline service instead of doing behind desk job. Their thought and demand mustn't taken lightly because every opinion out there, every opinion and demand that is voiced out by them can be turned out to be their loyalty to the organization. Just like apprenticeship, which distribute every apprentice to their own expertise and hone their skill. Next, this is a graph shows that during 1996, there's only less than 100,000 people who are enrolled in this apprenticeship program. But through time, the digit of the number of people who are enrolling this program are getting higher and higher. As you can see, during 2012, there are more than 500,000 people are enrolled in this apprenticeship program. So next, I will pass it to Jurita, the next speaker.
Alright, thank you, Kevin. So my name is Jurita. Hi everyone. So today I would like to present about the transition to work. So transition to work can be described as the young people welcoming their new age of life event as soon as they graduate from their school and also has disabilities gain employment. And then transition to work is 2 years program and it can be referred to on the job training, apprenticeship, education, and other programs. It is to prepare students to enter the job market. The second one is consolidated skills. Consolidated skills may include 3 types of categories, which is the communication skills, interpersonal skills, and also decision-making skills. So for the company who hires skilled workers, it will benefit their companies because it will increase their productivities for the company. And the next one is develop job sense readiness. Next is workers who possess job readiness skills are easier to succeed because they have what it takes to perform their job duties. An employee will be more confident toward their job and also independent toward their workforce. And also, transition to work program also help young people to plan for their future life, and also they can have a solid vision of what they want their career path to be. Okay, so next I will pass to Kelly.
Thank you, Jurita. My name is Kelly. So I will be presenting the apprenticeship and school to work transition results. The effectiveness of apprenticeship is in easing the school to work transition has been demonstrated by many cross-country comparative studies and national studies. Wendell Weldon have been stated that a lot of countries are enjoying the youth employment patterns, particularly in terms of larger employment share in skills, occupations, and high wages sectors than those with little or no apprenticeship participants. There has been solid evidence on the economic returns on apprenticeships participants is not homogeneous. The size and magnitude of the wages return of apprenticeship vary across countries and studies. According to Walter and Ryan, this heterogeneity in the empirical results arise less from difference in research method and data from different industrial and content of apprenticeship itself. Short-term versus long-term benefit, the apprenticeship-related advantages tend to higher at the beginning of working life and then decline or even disappear over the long term. Evidence for France and Turkey, the UK show that relative to full-time vocational program, apprentices are associated with selective improvement in earlier labour markets experience. So, and I'll pass the presentations to Ray Solution.
Hi, I'm Chong Mission. I'd like to present to you the employer benefits of apprenticeship. There are total 4 benefits. The first one is that employee will understand more about their unique workplace and unique culture, so that it's easier for them to adapt in their working life. And the next one will be full of experienced employees in their company. By allowing apprenticeship, they will have a new pool of talent to cater their future needs of expansion and also the retirement of their older trained person. And the third one will be higher loyalty developed by the apprenticeship. Survey shows that apprenticeship are more loyal if the company employ them, which leads to a more stable workforce. And the fourth one, apprenticeship make valuable contribution to the company. A third of them thinks that apprenticeship bring in new innovative ideas to their company by just 1 week of working there. Then I will pass my time to Andra.
I'll talk about the 4 points that government sets for the policies. First, since the age requirement starts from 16 to 24, so they have actually set this kind of thing just to ensure that the one that do the apprenticeship will, probably succeed in that within age. And then the second would be apprenticeship qualifications. Since there are 200 types of apprenticeship back in the UK, so the qualification is really tight. You can actually have to sort of, completing the 5 level of CGSE in UK terms. And then the third will be the funding supports. This funding supports giving £1,500 for students that getting apprenticeship within a range of 16 to 24 years old, and not paying more. And then the fourth will be the minimum wage and employee rights. This is the good thing that they ever implemented, because the apprenticeship can actually absorb, gather whatever information that they can have in that company. So they can actually have that equality to work in that company. So then I'm going to continue to the next slide. I'm going to talk about professional associations policy. They are a non-profit organization that works for apprenticeship that can actually set a lot of policies, and then they create a new job career just to ensure those apprentices is going to the next level of working environment. And the third will be encouraging people. They kind of encourage people to work more, rather to work compared to not. It's a good point. The fourth will be providing internship. This kind of thing is, it's obvious. they kind of provide internship to make people to work rather than sitting around without not do anything back home. And the fifth will be provide additional career resources, and the sixth will be associated with other university. So they actually put these ideas, this policy, to make all the students back in the university to continue to work as an apprentice. And the last one will be providing counsel and advice. This is very good because they can actually gather a lot of information from the senior and then from the working class people that can actually, help them and supervise them in their career. And now I'm opening up the Q&A session.
So, Anurag, to what extent is government, employer, or even professional association policy on job opportunity or if education influence your experience?
Okay, based in my experience, government support for apprenticeship with the contributes towards the training and apprentice depending on the age of apprentice itself. A grant of £1,500, which is the minimum standard for apprenticeship that recognize apprenticeship are required to meet government minimum standard, which include a minimum duration of 12 months. Employed 30 hours a day and an English and math requirement and include off-the-job training. And this is really good as the government implement the same rights as other employees and are entitled to be paid at least the apprentice rate of the national minimum wage. So that is from the government.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna pass the second question to Juwita and Gil. Thank you.
Okay, so Gil, would you describe your university studies as an investment?
Yes, it's a good investment for us as a students. Although the course fees is expensive, but the experience gained from the lecturer cannot be bought by money. The advice from experts in their industry is valuable to students. And I can learn like presentation skill that train us to be confident and enhance our interpersonal skill. It also makes us marketable, and many job requirements require the degree bachelor for high skill job. Right now, there are not enough qualified workers. So,
Thank you, Gil.
I will pass to Kelly and Rachel to continue the third question.
Hi, Rachel. Do you feel there's a fair balance of cost to benefit in your training?
Okay, for the third question, it actually depends on every person. So if you are some famous people, example are some famous people like Bill Gates or Mark Zuckerberg, they know that what they want to do during their degree courses, so they drop out during their studies and proceed to what they like, provided that you know the basics of what you want to do. So degree is like a stepping stone for you to learn more if you are unsure about your future. Then if you are an entrepreneur, you can straight jump into the working world, then provided you can succeed in it. Yeah, that's it for question 3. So now I will start the personal experience.
So I would like to share my personal experience. So 2 years ago, I joined an event company for apprenticeship and as a wedding planner. So my job is to review the overall budget of this event, and I have to understand the style and also the taste of the couple. When I first meet a client, I should simply explaining the packages available and discussing the type of wedding the client wants. And from this experience, I have learned to develop my managerial skills, and I'm able to manage my time wisely to reach the targets and also the deadlines. Okay, so I will pass for the second one to you.
Okay, during my holidays, my work become a customer service administrator, and I think apprenticeship is good and it helped to improve my skills. Then I changed to take a lap into the real world. I'm dealing with customer and situation all the time. Email checking, delivery, answer the call, and even the advising the customer. And it's all about learning and moving forward. Thank you. So next I will pass to Wei Sheng. Continue.
You cut on. Okay. Hi, I'm Wei Shen. I would like to talk about my personal experience as a area supervisor. I got this job 2 years ago and I got recruited. The main thing about this job is to train and to recruit new promoters, and we need to be very clear about the specific requirements set by our clients. So we must follow all the client's requirement and obey the shopping mall's rules, and we need to follow all the hygiene protocol, and we instill discipline towards the promoter. So another thing is that promoter need to be good at sales, so we need to train them, to guide them, and to teach them, and we recruit suitable promoter for job specific job. And from there, I learned that no matter how you train the promoter, there will still be unforeseen circumstances that's beyond our control.
Personal experience. I work as a corporate financier. I have a lot, and then I get a lot of information and then knowledge from my senior that supervised me in my apprenticeship program. So it was really cool. It was really great that I had a lot of a training inspector. So it helped me a lot to alter me for who I am now. That was my apprenticeship. Thank you.
Okay, next, in my apprenticeship experience, I experienced that during my apprenticeship program, I meet a lot of situations, we taught a lot of situations that I've never been taught in book. Everything is very fresh, everything is very fresh and nice. Those are the stuff that you can be learning in your books, and I think it's a very great program. Next, I'll pass it to Miller.
So when I was 18 years old, I applied to work in McDonald's restaurant to gain working experience as a service provider. This is a very challenging job that I need to serve many different customers with the same attitude in the day. The manager have taught me on how to solve problems in order to serve customers in a better way. And they also share their own experience to me about how to deal with different types of people. So I have gained communication skills from the managers and company that can never found in the textbooks. It might be helpful in my future career, and it turns me into a better person. So I would like to pass to Andra to conclude it.
Alright, to put it in a nutshell, apprenticeship is really good for us. So we can actually learn everything before we enter a real working experience in the future. And it benefits to both sides of employees and employer as well. And then it actually has a very side which has a lot of advantage from supporting this program. And then such as youngster, organization, and country are getting the advantages of apprenticeship. So this have made us getting sort of information and knowledge to gain our skills in a perfect life. So that's all I can say from our group. So that'll be all. Thank you so much.